Hello, thank you for tuning into this week's reads. For the main part of the reads, I'm going to be using the Thelema tarot deck. I feel like there's another way to say it, I just don't remember it. There's a website at the bottom if it focuses. Feel free to check that out. I think if I can get a little closer, loscarabeo.com. Hopefully I didn't misspell that. It's right there on the screen. So use whatever it says there on the screen, use that if you want to find this. Supportive Oracle Cards. Spellcasting Oracle Cards by Flavia, Barbara, and Lisbeth. There are their full names, and on the back here are some websites for them. Feel free to freeze frame and check out whatever's interesting to you. The last one is She Who Is Art. That one always pops out to me. In fact, maybe if I get that a little closer, you can see them a little better. And of course, I use dice. So, where does it show it there? There's a website. It's from Amazon. They're metal dice, and I use the 20, the 12, and the 4. I use the 4 for the elements, the 12 for the minor arcana, and the 20 for the major arcana, which obviously leaves out 21, but still, that's the one I use. All right. And on to your reading. Hello, Capricorn. Thank you for tuning into this week's read. These readings are valid for whenever you tune into them. So if you're watching this next year or whenever, it's still valid for when you're watching it. So let's see what we have for Capricorn. Ooh. We always like a good start, don't we? Thing is, we want to keep the good start. It's nice to have a good start, but we need to keep it. Oh, that's interesting. There's a lot of extra cards coming out. Okay, so I think this is you. Don't get caught up in the gender. You're the person holding the coin. You're the person that this is going to pivot, whether this is going to work or whether this is not, going to work. Okay. As long as you get the value out you're looking for, I don't see that being a super problem. But whatever this current situation is, it's definitely having a lot of lack. There's a lot of lack going on in this situation. That can change, whatever this is. Even if this situation, from what I'm getting, looks like it never has been any different, never seen any different opportunity come in. It's something that I feel like maybe you think about once in a while, maybe you research a little once in a while. This might be something that you might consider out of character for you, where you've put a little research here, a little time into this there. It doesn't look like it's going anywhere, but you seem to keep putting in a little research, a little time, a little effort here and there to see what's it really about. You're learning about it, so maybe it's not for nothing, but whatever the situation is, you're putting in more effort than normal when it's not really showing the return at the moment. It seems like there's a lot of lack, but this is something you can change. Something is coming in, and the question is, are you going to take it? It's not about knowing that it's going to work. It's about knowing the fallout that might happen to make it work. You got the Ten of Wands coming in with the adjacent possibilities. It's something that you've wanted. Something that you've thought about but really didn't think it was going to go very far. Something that you keep putting in a little effort here, a little effort there. Might be very, very private to you. To the point where maybe not even your closest friends know that you do this. That you look into this subject. That you research a little bit about this. That you research a little bit about that. It feels like it's very private. Maybe nobody else knows, but it depends on you, how you feel about it. The moment is coming where you could get involved in this situation. Somebody else seems to be giving you an offer. All right, so I understand somebody else is giving you an offer, but I get like there's something going on for them where they have to kind of change how they're relating to something because they have to make a change that they don't really want to make a change in. The offer is coming toward you because they don't want to make a change. So they're considering you as like a solid base to where things could go better. They don't want to lose what they have. They're trying to not lose what they already have. Whether they're going to lose what they have or not, it's questionable whether they're gonna lose. But you, the offer being transferred to you, I don't think you're gonna lose. So it's almost like if somebody is struggling with a restaurant. I'm using a restaurant analogy today. They might offer you a partnership. The partnership I'm getting is not a problem in the sense you would not go into a partnership that didn't go to your advantage, or at least you didn't believe was fair at the very least. If you go into this partnership, it might start off as a partnership when it comes to how you're connected to it. It probably won't stay that way. It will probably at some point be totally under your control, just to be fair. I don't see that being a problem for you, honestly. But whatever this is, it's very important to you. The question is, do you want to make it a reality? Because you could just walk away and just kind of like, no, I'm good, and just kind of let it go. Or you might invest in those prior thoughts, in that prior research, and go, you know what, I can have this. And I get like the universe is saying, listen, Capricorn, we know you want it, and this is as much on your terms as it's going to be. So if you're interested enough, this is as much on your terms as it's ever going to show up. So if you want it, take it now. If you don't, that's fine. You got to do what's right for you. Nobody's like judging that at all. It's just if you want this, which it seems like you do, this is the easiest time for you to make that a reality. Because I'm getting like whoever is bringing you this offer completely sees you as success. You got a great connection coming in here. You got success coming in. The thing is, you will be very bound to the situation. I feel mostly because you're not going to get it. You're not going to start something that you're going to give up on. Once you take that first step forward, you're going to hit that level of commitment, kind of like, well, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it, and it's going to work. I don't think of that as bad, but you will tie yourself up in this situation. It's kind of like, no, I'm not going anywhere. I got involved because I wanted to, and this will work. It's a very dominant kind of like, no, I don't show up to waste my time. I show up to make it work, and it's gonna. You definitely have the strength to make this happen. That's not what's in question. I keep getting it's more about the fallout for getting what you actually want. So like, not everybody's going to like this. I don't think that's a mystery to you. For those this is going to hit with, I don't think that's really a mystery. But it's just kind of like it's the balance. Other people getting bent out of shape. Ironically, what they're saying to do, if you really want this to go the best, is kind of like, be it. Other people can be in the fog, but you can't be in the fog. Is there fog on this? Yeah, there kind of is fog on there. Sort of, not really. You can't be in the fog, other people can be in the fog. Well, so say it was your backyard, whatever. That can be foggy as long as you know what's there. Other people can't be a part of something. Like, if other people are in the fog, it might be better. So if somebody's showing up to your house and they don't know the layout of your backyard, and it's really foggy, you can lead them around and show them what you want them to see, but don't like give them don't show them what it's actually about. Does this make sense? You can keep other people in the fog. You can keep other people in the dark about this situation. It's just got to be where you know what you want. The truth will come forward, but it doesn't have to come forward until you're ready for it. The advice is to not try to help people understand at this point. Not until you have what you want. That may seem strange. Take it with a grain of salt. This is a general read because I'm trying to understand exactly what we're saying with that, because it's kind of like, this is for you, this isn't for other people. It's not for them to decide whether you're right or wrong. And if they don't understand what's really going on, they can't get in the way. Oh. Okay, so this is more about not letting people know, keeping them in the dark, letting it stay a mystery so that they don't try to do things for you, or so that they don't get in the way, or they don't cause issues that you don't really need. Whatever this is, it's kind of like when I was a kid, I moved out before I let people know what I was going to do, so that, I was going to make choices in life, and I moved out. And once I was moved out, then I brought forth those choices because I was free. I didn't feel like that mattered anymore. Well, in the sense of like, well, you can't stop me because I'm free. So it's kind of like that type of feeling, if that makes sense. Like, I moved out, did what I wanted to do, made the choices I wanted to make, and then nobody really got that upset. But if they did, well, too bad, because I'm living my life. This kind of feels like that. Move forward, get yourself secure, then inform people when you're ready. Don't do it in the beginning. Don't do it before things are settled, which I kind of think Capricorn is more like business savvy a lot. If this is more of an emotional context, it might be like treat it as if it was business. So like if this is more of a friendship or something, or a family member or family connection that you have to be very careful with, inform people after you're done what you have done, so that they don't get in the way or they don't try to help in ways that you don't want them to help. Boom, boom. This is interesting because of what I know of Capricorn. Capricorn can move fast, but it's when you already know what you want and you already have it lined up and you're already up to speed with that. That's how I see it with Capricorn anyway. People are usually shocked when they see Capricorn move fast, is what I'm also getting. But the thing is, when you already know what you want and you're already into it and you just got to get it done, people may think you moved very fast, but you already had the plan. So it's kind of like when the day comes, you already know you're gonna get the money, spend it on this, move that there, and then move into the house. And you might do all this on one day. Doesn't mean you decided it all on one day. It just meant that that was the day you were going to do it. You made all the plans, all the preparation, you had it all set, you knew what you wanted, you knew it was going to work. You're just having it all play out in the same day, and people are like, "Whoa, Capricorn, what happened? What's going on? Are you okay? Like, this is not you." Totally is you. It's just they don't know that that's you. They don't know that you've been putting the plan in. They don't know that you had this all set way before you actually went through that day. You might have everything done in one day, and I'm getting the speed cards. Like, there's something here, like something happens really fast, and other people might see it very fast. But if it's all said and done, it's kind of like if you're going to sell your house, if we're going to use that analogy, or why not? Maybe you know somebody who already wants your house, and you start working with them, and you're like, you know what, it's going to be like 5 months, but if you want my house, I'll sell it to you for X price. So you make this deal with that person. You start putting things together. You clean up whatever you need to clean up, pack up what you need to pack up. People probably don't realize you're doing it. You're probably being very careful. For example, maybe you're getting the attic together, the second floor together, the basement together. People don't know you're getting other things together until all of a sudden this day comes, and then by the time these 5 months have gone by, you've already decided where you're going to live next, where things are going to go. Are you going to sell them? Are you going to store them? Are you going to bring them to the next place? Are you going to give them away? Whatever you've decided you were going to do. And to them, it happens like, boom, it's gone. 5 months passed, all of a sudden you don't live there anymore, somebody else lives there, all your stuff is different places, or wherever you decided to put it, you live in a new place. They're like, how did this happen, Capricorn? What happened? Are you okay? Yeah, I'm great. I wanted to sell it, and I did. You just need to know what you're doing. Other people don't need to know, is what I keep getting. It's all about how you handle the information sharing in this situation for it to work out, if you decide to take it. You don't have to take it. I feel like I mentioned that in the beginning. Clearly you can walk away, but like the universe is saying, if you want this, this is the time for you to have it. If you decide to get it, it doesn't have to be that painful. Just be careful about the information and how the information is shared. It's not about people finding out when you don't want them to. It's more people finding out before they need to. Once it's all said and done and you've already figured it out and put everything where it's going to go, it's a different feel. It's kind of like, well, they have to accept it now because you did what you wanted. So they can have fits about it, but it's a moot point. It's a moot point. It's all about the handling of information at the end there. How you want to handle it for this to be the easiest for you. This thing is, I keep getting like, don't tell them beforehand, tell them after it's all said and done. Take that with a grain of salt, because like, for example, if it's your house and you're making this decision for your house, that's one thing, if you're sole owner. If this is a house where you own it with somebody else, I'm thinking that might go a little differently. You might put that more of like a more restricted conversation between you and somebody else, and then do it as you need to, but kind of like, if they are comfortable with moving and they're just going to leave it up to you, and you're like, I just want to keep this private between us. If you can work that out, that might work better. It depends how the situation is. I feel like whatever this is, you just got to be careful how you handle it. You do have the strength to get through it. So like that house analogy I just gave you, if it's just your house, that's great. If it's like you own a house with somebody else, you're a co-owner, you might have to adapt how you make this work, but still keep it as private as possible. Keep that in mind. All right, I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below, same email. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.